Hey, this is Bob Marley. This segment is brought to you by the Ice Cream Dugout in Wyndham.
This first time I'm going to make a mistake, absolutely hilarious. A regular here at the Comedy Connection in Portland. You can come right down here and see him a lot. He's absolutely hilarious. A good friend of mine. Please welcome Tuck Tucker!
How many people here have children, have kids? I don't think we're treating kids that well in this country. I was in the mall the other day. I saw a woman walking her kid on what looked like a dog harness. You ever seen one of these? She's walking the kid through the mall. I'm thinking, this isn't right, you know? So I was going to go tell her what I thought. I actually got near the kid. The kid goes... like, Jesus, that thing needs a muzzle too. Pet corners. Give it a biscuit and get it away from me. They say kids are becoming more violent nowadays. They're blaming the video games. I do not believe these video games are violent. A kid sitting in front of a television for 4 hours twiddling his thumbs is not violent. When I was a kid, when we were kids, we had violent games. Anybody in here remember jarts or lawn darts? A giant hard plastic dart with a 2-pound sharp metal tip on the end. And nobody knew how to play it, right? You walked outside with your friends and someone just went, wait. Good one, your point. Let's play again. It's because of games like that, right? You watch a kid play nowadays, they got helmets, goggles, elbow pads, knee pads. We didn't have that when I was growing up. I had sweatbands and tube socks I pulled up to my butt. That was my protection. I also had these little shorts with the white piping. Remember these things? These things are so short, I've been in the playground with my family jewels hanging out. Dude, you tagged me in the nut. Dude, what's your point? Let's play again. All right, you guys are my people. I grew up in the 70s. Vans were creepy in the 70s. My parents were like, don't go near a van. The perverts are driving the vans, you'll be abducted. When I was a teenager, I wanted a van. They're like, dude, if we had a van, we could drive cross country and sleep in a van. Dude, if we had a van, we could put a bed in the back and get laid in a van. Now that we're adults, we get our van, right? Except it's full of kids we wish to be abducted, and we're definitely not getting laid in it. We do have some parents here. Excellent. It's not even a real van, it's a minivan. We're getting robbed. I used to be a school teacher. We have any school teachers here? All right, great. Oh, 1, 2, I taught high school. I had to get out of that gig. The worst part was chaperoning the dances. You know, when in the 50s we had sock hops, innocent. In the 70s we had disco, innocent. You know, in the 80s in my era we were all Wang Chunging it or whatever we were doing. In the 90s we had grunge. Do you know what we have today at a high school dance, folks? We have an orgy. Every kid's like yips, 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 yips. Back it all up, yips. I would look over here in the dances, even the wallflowers are getting into it. They're like, yips, 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 yips. I wish I had someone to dance with. Yips, yips. I'm like, sit down, this dance is over. Put your genitalia away, that's a detention. You have your genitalia out at the dance. To surprise you that I've been laid off from a few jobs. I worked one summer in college, I worked at a funeral home. I got fired from that. I was in charge of the hearse, right? I was supposed to get it cleaned and detailed every day. But instead, I take it out on the road, and I drive up next to really old people and go, eh! You can run, but you can't hide, Grandma. I'm coming! I'm laid off. Quick. You guys are excellent. My wife went out with her girlfriends. She had a girls' night out. Girls' night out is a scary thing. When you women get together, you have the weirdest conversations in the world, I swear to God. My wife came home. She's like, oh my God, me and the girls, we had such a good conversation. What what you talk about. She goes, we figured out that every guy has one gay thing. I was like, what? That's what you're talking about? And I thought about it, she's right. Like, every guy's got one. Mine, I like shoes, I shoe shop, that's my gay thing, you know? My buddy Tom, he listens to ABBA and disco, that's his gay thing. My buddy Chris highlights his hair in tans, that's his gay thing. My buddy Steve, he sleeps with other guys, that's his gay thing. Oh, man. I like you guys. Did I already say that? All right. Stop saying it! Nice crowd. Angry crowd! Yeah, you know, relationships are a little tough. Relationships remember that. You remember that old game Simon? It's got 4 blinking lights. You got them in a hit them in a pattern. That's what relationships remind me of, right? Because it starts off easy. It's one light. It's boop, boop. I found a girl. A couple weeks later, it's not so hard. It's boop, 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 boop. Things are going pretty good. Here's what it looks like in 8 months. Boop, 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 boop. I think I'll try red and blue. Sleep on the couch, jerk! Thank you, too. I'll tell you, though, before I leave, here's a little tip. Ladies, if you're on the birth control, please leave the birth control in the package, otherwise they look a little bit like mints. My wife had her birth control out, not in the original package. I thought they were mints. I popped like 3 of them, right? I was like, oh, those things are horrible. She was, that's my birth control, you idiot. I was like, oh my God, what are the side effects of this going to be, right? I didn't figure it out till I was watching Dirty Dancing. I was like, nobody puts baby in the corner. On a good note, my period's on a regular cycle, so I'm back on the phone. Guys, thank you very much.